Our next presenter, Arminda King, is going to talk to you about fan fiction.
There are 2 QR codes at the end. You could either take out your phone and be prepared, or you can just live vicariously through me. Either's fine. So, I was in the Peace Corps for 2 years in Zambia specifically. And it was a very rewarding experience, but Zambia is also known as the quintessential Peace Corps experience, meaning no water, no electricity, no cell service, and definitely no internet. So it was very rewarding work, as you can see, but at the end of the day, after I had taken my bath, after I'd eaten, there wasn't a lot to do, and I wasn't really ready to sleep, and I also had no money. So my solution to that was to download fan fiction when I was in the city, and read them when I got back to my hut. So, some of you may not know fan fiction. There's a lot of it. So fan fiction basically is a written work based off of something else. It could be a book, movie, TV show, band. I've seen like salt and pepper shakers for some reason. And it's basically a way for you to express your creativity and explore ideas and then put them on the internet for others to read. So fan fiction existed throughout human history. Dante's Inferno is a famous example. He took the Bible and he made himself go on a really special journey because he was the bestest boy with his favorite poet. And now that's canonized, so it's not typically fan fiction because it's its own work, but that is an example. So after the 1960s, the Star Trek fandom really made what we consider fandom culture today. They would have fairs and get-togethers, and they would exchange handwritten fan fiction with each other based on the characters in the show. After that, there was the invention of the internet, which made it a lot easier for everybody to post and share and find fan fiction. Fanfiction.net got started. It was a website that you had to pay to get in, so it wasn't very well known, and other fandoms had their own specialized websites that they used to share their fan fiction for their specific fandom. But afterwards, fanfiction.net became a ad-based platform, meaning that you could get in for free, but you had to look at flashing ads around the screen, which made it a lot more accessible to the public, which made it a lot more well-known, and authors started to weigh in on if they approved or disapproved of fanfiction. Anne Rice famously sued quite a few fanfiction writers, and J.K. Rowling was actually pretty supportive. She's done other bad things since then, but that was pretty good. So AO3, or Archive of Our Own, got started, and it's pretty much the gold standard today on where you can find good fan fiction. It has a very good tagging system, and Amazon saw this and thought, ooh, money, but it failed, so all good. Today, Archive of Our Own, good for if you really know what you're looking for. Fanfiction.net, good for if you just want to see what's generally out there, and Wattpad is still around. Don't go there. So what are some things that you can typically see in fan fiction? There's a lot to explore. So AUs, for example, are when you take the characters from one work and you put them in a completely different scenario. So they like marbles and make them work at a coffee shop. What happens then? Also, fix-it-fix are really popular, meaning I hate what the show did, so I'm going to make my own thing. Or crossovers, which is where you combine the Gummy Bears and the Berenstain Bears. Another theme that's really popular in fan fiction is shipping characters, bonus points if you know the people on the screen. Where you make characters that aren't typically in a relationship in a romantic relationship. It's fun for all ages, highly recommend. Another theme that you usually see in fan fiction, I've done this a long time, but if the work is, the original work is usually light in tone, fan fiction provides what the original lacks, so they actually go into more depth, make it a little darker. So if you see fan art that's really light in tone, or sorry, really dark in tone, and then and the inverse is also true. So if the original work is pretty dark, then you usually see fan fiction about them going to the grocery store or having a good time or being friends. So, getting the catharsis that you don't see in the original work. I get a little concerned whenever I see really happy-go-lucky fan fiction around. It's like, oh, what happened in the original? It must have been bad. But why does fan fiction matter as a whole, besides free entertainment for Peace Corps volunteers in Zambia? It is a way to explore your own creativity, explore your own identity. Back in the early 2000s, dating myself, I was in public school, and the school computers had a lot of blocks for different sites that we could go visit, but fan fiction sites were usually not blocked because adults didn't know about them. So I was able to explore parts of my own identity and parts of other identities of like finding out what it's like to be a black person in the United States. There was some fan fiction about that, or what it's like to be queer. So it also is an outlet for creativity and connection across all day. So if you want to get involved, Archive of Our Own, again, really good if you know what you're looking for. You can filter for what you want and what you don't. You could just Google like Warhammer fanfiction.ao3 and then it'll take you right there. If you are just generally curious what's going on, you have no idea, fanfiction.net is good for just searching like general movies, TV shows, broad categories. So those are the two best ways to get going if you've never explored this before. So what was I reading in my hut? A lot of things I'm not comfortable sharing. But there's this one. This is based off of the George Lucas film Strange Magic. The movie was terrible. The fan fiction is really good. So this explores the political marriage between a fairy and a goblin king. Fun. This one is my all-time favorite, which is a crossover between My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic and Fallout. It is the audiobook, which you can listen here, is 63 hours long. I was not bored the entire time. So if you're going on a road trip, recommend. But yes, fan fiction is wonderful, and I recommend that you indulge yourself in finding out what's out there, and maybe you'll one day write your own, in which case I will read it.